Paul Walk back here for another session. We actually just turned on and we get queens in the big blind, so we're gonna raise it. No time to think. In the big blind, we are playing 34% of hands against the button. We are raising, I think, roughly 13%. Let's change that lighting. Ooh. That's probably good lighting. Okay. Against the button, we can raise here again. We are raising about 15% of hands against the button, roughly 200 hands total. Let's see what the button does. His range, you should be raising 42% of hands, which would be 550 combos. So I've been memorizing these combos. I've been memorizing the every position pre-flop combos, percentages, and just the numbers with that. Oh man, set over set. That's a doozy. We worked on MDF. We worked on minimum defense frequency. We worked on pot odds and required equity. We'll get into those as well today. And then we'll have the same system. So, oh, what a nice set. We are in the cutoff. Pre-flop action was a raise. We called with what should be about roughly 12% of hands. It goes back to him. He flop is king 9-2. Total sets and overpair combos are 15. He's going to lead or bet into me 50%. We're going to slow play this because there's not many draws out there. And we are in position, and we have an SPR of about 2-1 right now. So I'm not concerned. Whatever his drawing hand is going to be right here, he's probably going to shove. If he doesn't shove, we shove. And I guess he doesn't have a king. He calls if he has a king. Okay, he didn't have a king. That's the value of being in position. If I had a draw and I missed and I bluffed, that's the value of being in position. Okay, so I actually have a script that I've been working on. Every time I see a hand, we're going to put on our do not disturb so we can get through this. There are, and then this is also what I'm doing, is I'm calculating sets and overpair combos, and then per flop, and then working on the two pair combos as well. Two pair is a little bit, you gotta do plausible two pairs. So like for example, 10-8, if they were playing both offsuit and suited, they would get 9 two pair combos total, but if only suited is either 2 or 3. So, okay. So like for example, 10-8-3 flop would be 24 overpairs plus 9. We have 33 combos plus 3. So we have 36 total combos of high value. I'll call that high value. Calculating top pair is a little bit harder because their range really matters. But like assuming everyone's playing all the overpairs plus the pocket pairs, and then two pairs, you have to kind of guess at what's plausible. And then in the future, I'm going to be calculating draws. How many combos of draws per flop? So 10-3 in the big blind suited. Action is middle position raises. We would be defending here with roughly 20% of hands, which is 270 combos. We'd be raising, I think 4%, and we're calling 16%. This is not one of them. So we fold. Pocket fives in the small blind. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I haven't. Okay, pop it at fives in the small blind. If this, you know what, I could be raising this one, but there's a lot of limpers. I'm expecting it to limp around, so we're gonna play this for implied odds. Let's see, 70 to win. Let's assume everyone is. Oh gosh, darn it, we got squeezed. Okay, we gotta get out of there. Wait, hold on. Let's think. 12 implied odds. We have 180 to win 12. It's about 10 to 1. We need probably more than 10 to 1 because even if we flop, we don't get paid. So we're gonna fold here. So I saw something about a 20 to 1. You want 20 to 1. That way, even if you do flop, it doesn't, and you'll get paid some of the times. Because if you do flop that set and you don't get paid, then what was the point of flopping that set? Okay, 7 high. There are 9 combos. How many overpairs? So ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8. 7 times 4, 28. We have 28 overpairs, so plus 9. So we have 37. Is that right? 37? Something's off. I didn't even write it down. So we had 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces. I guess 37. All right, we'll go with that. Because it goes, if there's an ace, we have 9 sets. If there's a king, 15 is 9 plus 6. If queen high, we have 12 plus the 9, 21. Jack high, we have 18 plus the 9, 27. 10 high, we have 24 plus the 9, 33. Yeah, I did some wrong math there. 9 high, we have I calculated 7 times 4. 7 times 6, 42. All right, that's why. Okay. Something is off. 7 times 6, 42. We're going to actually kind of just like bluff catch here. Oh shoot! He river, turn river. Oh dang. Okay. That's annoying. So math was off and I got it. All right. So we have so there would be 50, 51 total value combos with 7 high, which would be all the overpairs plus the 9 sets. And there would be 42 total overpairs because there's 7 possible cards that are over, and then multiplied by that 6 possible combos of each. Darn, that stings. I'm warming up for a 2-3 or 5-5 session at the Red Rock tonight. I played 2-3 and 5-5 last night, and I thought I played pretty darn good. Made a couple good calls. Was thinking through hands. Ended out about even because just didn't get cards. But I'm happy with even if I play well. All right. Let's do a calculation if he bets. He bets roughly 1/3 pot. You need roughly 20% equity to call if it's a value bet. If he is bluffing, he needs that bluff to work 33% of the time. Shoot, I forgot I was in the hand. Wait, 1/3 pot. If he's bluffing, it needs to work 25% of the time. They say 33. Small blind with 8-7 offsuit. Another gun folds, middle position folds, cut off. His scream name is MRSA. Bacteria. MRSA 77. Alright, what is he doing? Small blind. My heuristic is you're playing 15%, 10, 9.5. So against a button raise, you're playing 15% of hands. You're raising all of them. 15% is 200. Against a late position, you're playing 10% of hands. I think you're raising all of them. 10% is about 130. If you're playing against early position or middle position, you're playing 9.5% of hands, we'll say, I think 116-ish. And then you're calling, of those 9.5%, I think you're calling 2.5% of hands, which is like 32. So and I think you're calling with like a couple pocket pairs and then one like ace queen offsuit. Ace queen offsuit would give you 12 plus the pocket pairs, 3, 18, 30. Like 8s, 9s, 10s. We're just going to fold this because we don't want to defend. Out of position. 6-2 suited in the button. There is a limp before us. We're going to fold. No, we can save our table image. Yeah, there's a lot to memorize. I'm treating it like a test. Maybe we'll be ready by WSOP. Pocket queens. WSOPs in July generally. So we get a raise. We are pocket queens in late position. We can raise against this player probably, we'll say, 2.5% of hands. We get a caller, a flat caller behind. So it'd be queens plus ace king and then like ace 5 offsuit. A lot of calling. Frushy. Folds. Ace king 10. We're going to bet this. Because the person behind us could easily have like jacks or under pair going for a set draw. So they fold. Queen jack offsuit. We are essentially middle position. We're under the gun, but essentially middle position because it's 5 ways. And we can raise maybe 17% of hands. This is kind of on the border. You raise 42% from the button, about 25% from the cutoff, and maybe 20% from middle position. 10, 7, 5. There are, did we calculate this? 24 plus 9, 33 total value combos. SPR is about 5-1. We're going to bet this small. Get any random pocket pair to fold. Betting it small might be, if he's a good player, he's setting up for a raise. I think we can call this one time because he's just We're going to... What is he raising? He's raising maybe some straight draws to 7. We're just going to go all in. I think he just was attacking our small bet. If he has a 10, he's got to think about it. If he has nothing else, oh, well, he had a 7. Poorly played then. I guess that's a bad one. He trapped me. Pocket aces. Oh, gosh. In the big blind. Is everyone going to fold? Don't fold, Frushy. No! Max value, 10 cents. Gosh, stinking darn it. Right after we thought through a hand on a... It is true that you're supposed to check raise middle pair sometimes. Middle pair with backdoor draws is not a bad spot to check raise. He did it appropriately. King Jack suited against button versus late position raise. I think we can raise, but I don't think we need to do it with this one. We would be raising more like King 9 suited. We're gonna call with roughly 12% of the range, was 125 combos. No, 10% is 130 combos. Probably 150 combos. In position, I think we can bet this one. 2 overs, no ace high, no showdown equity. Put pressure on any 2 over cards, with plenty of backdoor draws. Frushy check to us, indicating weakness. He could check raise this, which would be a pretty good play. 10. What would I be betting for value on that? And then suddenly I'm not happy with the turn. I don't think I'm happy with the turn. And now we get a jack. So I was hoping for something there. And maybe I was going to bluff the river. We'll let him make a decision here. We're gonna go after any 10 here with a 2/3 pot bet. If this was a bluff, it would have to work 40% of the time. With the 2/3 pot bet, he needed to be good 28% of the time. That's the equity, yeah. Required to call. Is he good 28% of the time when I bet 2/3 pot bet? Honestly, probably. I would probably be bluffing at a good enough frequency for him to have thought through that, but I don't think he thought through it. That river bet though, when it goes check check, and then I'm in position and I'm betting for value, and the river could possibly hit me. I've noticed most people don't bluff that, but once again, being in position is good. When people do bet it, it's like, oh, they bet a low board flop, and you call in position, and then turn is like a queen, and then they bet that again. It's like, oh, I think they hit the queen, and usually they have. This is not scientific, but that is my observation. 6-2 offsuit under the gun. We'll be playing about 14% of the hands. But since we're short-handed, we're calling it middle position, which is about 17% of hands, 226. Flop is King Jack 4. There are 9 plausible combos of sets plus 6 of aces, so we have 15 plus 2 plausible combos of 2 pair, maybe 4 because King 4, King Jack. So we have 15, 19 value hands on the standard 17% raising range. What would a bluff's been? We're not going to calculate that yet. We'll get there. Queen 10. Immediately you have 16%. Because if you're playing 17%, Queen 10 off. Queen 10 off Broadways generally start at about all Broadway. Gosh, all right. What does all Broadway start at? Is it 20%? No. All Broadway, I think, is about 23% of hands. Includes all Broadway. That would be cutoff position. Yeah, about 25%. All right, Queen 6 In the big blind against a late position raise, we would be calling about 25% of hands. 350 cards. This is one of them. 973. There are, what? Shoot. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, plus 9. 39 combos of sets and stuff. I haven't even started calculating the flush draw combos. It's generally about 20 total combos ish. I don't know. We'll get there eventually. Because once there's I'm not even looking at flush boards yet or paired boards, because calculating those combos is going to be something up to do later. Plausible combos. I call them plausibles. Plausibilibuddies. Plausibilibuddy combos. Ace 6 5. 9 combos of sets. We're not even going to. And then 2 pairs. There would be 1, 2, 3, 6 plausible combos. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 3. 7 plausible combos. Queen 10 of the 42%. 50 or 550 possible starting hands. Remember, 1,326 possible starting hands. We're going to raise that bad boy. We played this Girl Dad guy before. Freeman LV. I think we've played them too. We're playing a lot of, what is this? 20 no limit. 20 NL. I think we bumped up a little bit to 20 NL. So we've at least been the last week positive. A couple buy-ins on 10 NL. So let's play against better players. I mean, it's small money. It can go very fast if you're playing online. But that's why I only play one table now. I used to play like 4 tables and play them bad. And then you'd lose money. I wonder what AI is going to say about this today. It's roughly, I'm not in the hand, but 7 to 1 SPR. See if anyone bets this. We can do a quick math calculation. He bets 2/3 pot. If he is bluffing, it needs to work 40% of the time. Is it going to work? Might work 40% of the time. Our opponent has to be good 28% of the time for this to be a profitable call. Is he good 28% of the time? Maybe he's thinking, as he has Jack, is he good 28% of the time? I think he's good 28% of the time. Oh, flush. Ooh. I think he slow played that. Nice. Okay, let's run through the equity required to call. Pot size bet 33%. 125% bet 36%. 75% bet 30% required. 66% bet 28% required. 150. I'm going back and forth above one pot. 150 38% required. 1/2 pot bet 25% required. 200% bot bet 40% required. 1/3 pot bet 20% required. I might have gotten that wrong earlier. No, I think 1/3 pot bet is you have to defend, or that's break even if you get them to fold more than 25% of the time. Ace, queen, king. So this one, we got backdoor draws. King's good for us. We're gonna bet that here. And yeah, Oh, see, I didn't go through the calculation. That was like a old heuristic. King's good for us. We got backdoor draws. Let's bet it. I'm catching that old heuristic, that old pattern. We don't want to think like that, or at least we want to keep thinking through it. I noticed if I think through it here, then I go live and I do think through it more. So we're working on that. Back to pot, equity required. So a quarter pot, we need 17% equity required. 10% is about 10%. 300% pot bet is 43% required. Okay, so that's memorized. Break-even percentages. Break-even percentages. If you are bluffing, it is auto profit if the opponent folds more than X. So if you are bluffing and you bet pot, it is auto profit if the opponent folds more than 50%. If you are bluffing and you bet 125% pot, it is auto profit if the opponent folds more than, 56%? Yeah, 56%. We're just going to go up. If you are bluffing and you bet 150% pot, it is auto profit if they fold more than 60% of the time. If you are bluffing and you bet 200% pot, it's auto profit if they fold more than 66% of the time. If you're betting 300%, it is auto profit if they fold more than 75% of the time. Generally, when you make I was looking at, or I was thinking about it, like what hands or what bet sizes can find lots of auto profits, and those monstrous ones, if you have like a live read on someone that's like just they don't have whatever the nuts are, and you way over bet, you're gonna get a fold 75% of the time. But then again, do you even need to risk that? Like, you could find an auto profit at a lower percentage. Although the break-even percentage is a little bit lower, and then the incentive for the opponent to call is a little bit higher. But still, there's like probably like, say there's like a paired board and they clearly don't have it, and then you slow play it to the river and you bet huge. Almost 100% of the time, they I'd say over 75%. If you bet 300% pot, you need over 75% of the time people will fold that. So that's, I guess, technically an auto profit. King 10 offsuit in the big blind against a middle position raise with one caller. We are going to play 20% of hands. This might be a little bit loose of a call. This would be in the 25%. If it was button, we'd play 34%. If it was cutoff, we'd play like 24%. But we're going to play it because, okay. So now flop is king 9, 4, 9 sets, 15 total high value. We're going to check it. We don't love this because if they get, there's a lot of reverse implied odds. So we're just going to keep the pot small. And then we'll go for value maybe on the river. Oh, geez. And then the river comes the ace. If he bets it, well, you could get, how often do I have to be good on this 20 cent bet? He bet 1/8 pot. I have to be good 10% of the time. And am I good 10% of the time? Maybe. Probably not, actually. When they do that, they're just trying to get the minimum. So I didn't think through that completely, but 20 cents is 20 cents. There's a limp by Angel Logs. Angelos. We have pocket queens in the small blind. We're going to bump that up. And he folds. So I slow played a weak king and got rivered and paid off for 20 cents, which was 1/10 pot, essentially 1/8 pot. And I don't think, I think actually that's one where it was clear they had an ace and they're just going for like any tiny baby bet. I think if he bet any bigger, I wasn't going to call. Jack 10 offsuit in the cutoff. Action folds to us. We are going to be raising 25-ish%. 350 combos. This is one of them. The 25% has all the offsuit Broadway. I think a lot of people play a lot of offsuit Broadway in the lower stakes. So if I'm going to play with a range that includes a lot of lower stakes ranges, I'm going to widen the Ace X offsuit range and then also widen the Broadway offsuit range. So we are in the middle position with pot queens. We raise, we get one caller. SPR is about 6-1. Jack 8-6 all clubs. And then a jack comes on the turn. Let's calculate these combos. We're moving too fast to do that right now. We're going to bet it on the river. Probably we're going for value against an 8 or a 6, not a jack. That was a mistake. What was I thinking? I was going for value against 8-6. I mean, it's just he can raise me off of that easy. Okay, so we made 2 mistakes so far, and that's okay. Oh, my cats are hanging out behind me. We made 2 mistakes, and we haven't lost that much money. Let me pet my cat. Pet my other cat. Hey, Barry. Hey, Kit Kat. R.I.P. Bustion, our big orange cat. We had to put him down. Okay, how long have we been going? We've been going about 32 minutes. Not getting much to do. 2 little mistakes. One old heuristic thought process. We've gotten queens 5 times and aces, but everyone folds, and then one of them we lose. All right. And then I memorized also, let's see, the percent combo per total hands. If you're playing anywhere in the 200 combo range is 15% to 23%. 200 combos exactly is 15%. 300 combos is I think it's 23%. Around. Because 20% is 270 flat. Then we'll assume it's about every 14 is about 1%, 12 to 14-ish. So 80 to 84, about 21%. 290-ish, 22%. 304-ish, maybe 23%. This is off the top of my mind. Don't have it here. It's not super useful yet. It slows me down. That's how it's useful. But I have not really counted combos yet on exact decisions, because I start losing it at about the turn, flop and turn. Well, I guess. But I just envision that the best pros, the best of the best, there are exactly these amount of combos and exactly this is this percentage, and then they bet here, and then there are this many combos of value and this many combos of draws, and now we do this, and they have that, they would fold out these many hands, and now they have exactly these many combo values versus draws, and now there's 100% pot bet on the river, and I have to be good 33% of the time. Are 33% of those hands value versus bluff? Are they weighted? If they're weighted way more than on the value side, they only have 5% bluff, and then 5% of their hands are bluff hands, and then 95% of hands are value hands, and then it's 100% pot bet. Sounds like we're going to fold that there. We raised middle position 7-5 suited. This is a little wide range raise. King Jack 10, 9 plus 6, 15 combos of sets, and then there's literally 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll just assume all of them. 27 2-pair combos, and then 16 ace queen combos. I think we're gonna give up here. There's a lot of queens in his range. Oh, now we can probably stab at it. This might be an auto profit spot. Well, he's gonna go like that. Does he have an ace? How often does he have an ace? Let's, hold on, we're going to use our time bank. This player individually. So he bet 75% pot. I have to be good 30% of the time. I'm obviously not good. So the EV of calling is negative. The EV of folding is 0. Is there EV of raising? How many ace X hands does he have? Well, he has quite a few. Do I have enough range to call this? Yeah, plenty. So this, I mean, I think I just have to give up. So it's not aggression, and then I don't have an ace. It means he could have an ace. If you bluff, that's a good bluff. It's kind of rogue to bluff right there into my range. So then, yeah, so he must have an ace. Okay, we're under the gun with pocket fives, slightly wider than 14%. Re-raise it because we're not getting 3-bet. We get one caller. King, queen, 3. This one we can certainly. I think we can use the fives as a bluff. So we'll bet one street, 66%, and yeah, he folds. The value of using like 2 pocket pairs, like 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, you get 6, 7, 8, 9 hands to fold there. A lot of value in turning those into a bluff. Okay, break even percentage. I think we went all the way up to 300, which is 75%. Has to work 75%. If we are going to go under pot size bet, 75% pot needs to work 43% the time. 2/3 pot bet needs to work 40% of the time. 1/2 pot bet needs to work 33% of the time. 1/3 pot bet needs to work 25% of the time. 1/4 pot bet needs to work 20% of the time. Because that required equity 17%. Yeah, okay, we got that. We're getting there. King 4 suited on the button. This, previously I would love to use this as like a bluff raise. Actually, against probably exactly this player, we can do it because it's cut off and they have a wider range. And then we're gonna use this as the bluff. We could be calling with a lot of random King X's. King, like we called with King Jack suited earlier. We're gonna use the King 4 off as the bluff. I don't know the exact numbers here. I'm assuming you're 3-betting like somewhat frequently. Haven't gotten there yet. Haven't gotten to late position versus button. So we got big blinds down, big blind. We got small blind down. Big blind 34, 25, 20, 17. Those are full playable defending ranges. Of the 20, of the 34, 10% is raising. Of the 25, 8.5% is raising. Of the 20%, 5% is raising. Of the 17%, 3% is raising. 3% is 40-ish. 5% is 70-ish. 8.5% is 114-ish, and then 10% is 130-ish. Okay, so that's big blind. And now then the next thing is, and then from the button against an earlier raise, I have a heuristic of 16 and 11. Your total playable hands are 11% against an early position and 16% against a later position. How did I break those down into what's raising? 11%, 140, or I think it's, 140 something, 146, 16%, 212-ish hands. Late, I think the 16 is broken down into 13 and 3, calling 13%, which is 180, and 3, 12 and 4. Yeah, I changed it to 12 and 4, roughly. 12, 156-ish, and then 4% is 52-ish. That comes out to 210-ish. All these are rough. So that's the button defending, and then against an early position, 11%. I think I had that at maybe I had 16 and 12%. 12%. I don't remember. That's okay. $15 minutes. A lot of numbers today. Let's see how this goes. ASMR. See, 921. Let's make the call to Red Rock now. Let's get on that table.
Red Rock, social room is Casey.
Hi, could I put Paula on 1, 3, 2, 3, and 5, 5, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
We on the list. I'm going to play these games if they're good, because it saves me 40 total minutes driving to the strip. There's probably a lot of easier money at the strip, but right now I'm not focused so much on the money as I'm focused on playing focused. 9-5. Off in the button. If we were in the button, 16% against an early position or a late position, and 11% against an early position. Let's go through my note card real quick, see if I have. Oh. Okay. Against the late position raise, we're playing, 16% of hands? But we are raising 6.5%. Roughly 86% of hands. Playing 10%. Calling. That's 130. So that's a way heavier raise frequency than I thought. Against early and middle position. calling 7.5% and raising 4.5%. 16 and 12. 16 and 12. 12%. 16% to 12. 10% you're raising or you're calling 130. 6.5% you're raising 80 something. 86ish. In that 11% you are raising 7.5%, exactly 100, I think. And then you're calling, and then you're raising 4.5ish or 4.5%, 56ish hands. A lot. But if you're going to do it right. Jack 4 suited in the big blind. Defending against a small blind raise, I think this is a 3-bet, actually. It's one of those random ones that I learned a long time ago. Long time. Cat. Oh, hello, you two. Ace 3 suited. So let's assume that late position raises. Okay, so we have a limp to us. This would assume that it's the limper is not ever doing tricky limps, so we're going to raise this. Would have been 42%. And also I was working on button versus big blind, butt blind. Button versus big blind 3-bet, and there you call very wide, way wider than I thought. 10, 8, 6, 33 hyper value combos. His range could be any 2 cards. We're going to check it back because we have showdown. He could easily have a 9 here on a turn but we have a flush draw. So let's see if he leads. We have showdown, so I don't think we need to bet here. Just keep the pot small, see if we hit a flush. And we do not. Pairs the board, 8. He check. Last time he did this, he once again 1/9% pot. If he is doing this only for value again, we got to be good one of the X times. Okay, did it for value again. I'm okay losing 20 cents to just keep the pot manageable size. And that 20 cents is just like, oh, I get to see what you have. I'll pay 20. I'll pay 1 big blind to see what you had, what you limped with. Queen 10 off. Which you can always have any 2 cards. So there's a Broadway early position limp by Engologs. Ooh, yeah, I mean, AI gives me a hard time right now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be stuck at at best in the 7s because I don't talk about exploitive play right now. And clearly I'm not exploiting some of these players. So I think I'm going to be capped on my on how I get rated. Once I get more of this down, I'm definitely going to try and use AI to tell me what's exactly the exploitative play here and what is the range differences. And then that'll be part of my process. We raised pocket jacks. We get nobody to play. No fun. No money, no honey. Ace king offsuit under the gun. We gonna bump it up. It's part of the 14%. Freshie, come on, give me a call. Give me a call. At least you can win the hand. Just give me a call. Make me do something. Everyone folds. 8-5 offsuit in the big blind. So I'm going to raise. All right, we got to raise from the button. We would be playing 25% of hands. Say 20 or 24% of hands, about 330. We would be raising, I think, exactly 10%, 130, and calling 15%. No, are we raising that many? Big blind versus button. Oh, big blind versus button is we're playing 34%, raising 10%, which is 130. Calling 34% is 450. So we're calling 25%, which is 350. Total combinatorics. Pocket fours, the big blind, or in the button. We got a raise against middle position. We can set mine here. We'd be playing 12%, raising 4.5%, calling 8.5%, or 4.5, 7.5%. 5, 6, 4. All right, the next best thing to a set is an open-ended straight draw. We're going to bet that one in position with this straight draw. 2/3, giving them roughly 28% equity. We get one caller. SPR was about 10-1 at that time. Turns to 6. You could have a 6. He's donking here. We have to be good. About half pot bet. We have to be good. Oop, there we go. 25% of the time. This, I think we can turn this into a big bluff. He bet a size that I can't really bluff against. So we're good 0% of the time. He bet almost 100% of the pot. Do we have a chance at making him fold? I don't think we have a chance at making him fold. I think he was pot committed. There was nothing to do but fold. I don't know if that was a good play by bet size by him. Because what if I did have something and putting the money in, and he either has to call or fold. I mean, he has to call. Seven minutes left. We're not winning. We're down half a buy-in. Ace 4 suited, UTG. Everyone's folding. Jack 7 suited. Oh, this is a fun one against the button. This is one of those 3 bets. Come on, I want to do it because I learned it. Raise. Let me do it. Raise it so I can raise you back. Ace 7. Some 5 on Zibeltin. got a limp before. We're going to raise it. We have not been sneaky limp raised yet. So if he does that now, that so be it. But look, he folds. He limp folds. It's easy money right there. Ugh. Five minutes. He did his first re-raise. Jack 10-7. We have 27, 666 plus 9. 27 top pair combos plus 1, 2, 3. We'll say 3 only suited combo. So that like 27 plus another 9-ish. Actually 6-ish 2-pair combos. 34% or 30. 33. I wonder how many poker YouTubers like they YouTube, but they don't show their thought process. Are they really as good as they say? Do they only use heuristics? Because my thought is there's like this level of poker players, like the super high stakes Triton players that were like former athletes, like Antonius and like Alex Foxen, that they're not here for the entertainment value. They're here for the competition, and they've learned it down to like Federholtz and all the like online like killers. Yeah, they have some online presence, but I don't think that's what they started at. But like, let me think of like what's his face? Hungry Horse, who apparently is a really good player. And I mean, I do see his thought process, but it's like, it seems to be more heuristics, less bet size calculations, combos, and more like, against these players, this is printing money. And he uses logic like, what am I getting called by if I'm re-raising for value? What am I going for, and why am I using a big size? Kind of with logic, but not so much numbers. Aero poker. He does a lot of just like, this is your cheat for low stakes, and you do this and people will fold. You do this and they'll pay you off. I guess that's all exploitative. I guess. Yeah. I mean, but can't you defend exploitative decisions with numbers? So, like, my assumption is, like, Phil Galfond maybe uses number to all the best of the best use numbers to defend a decision that is exploitative versus, like, an observed adjustment. "30 seconds. 30-second countdown. It's the final countdown. No big hands this hour. Couple small mistakes. Couple good calculations. 1 or 2 thought through decisions via calculations. A lot of combo counting. And that will be that. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go play. Till next time, this is Paul Wog out.